Hello, Coverage to Care agents. Today I'm going to go over how to do a sales meeting for a specific carrier. I chose Aetna, but you can actually do whichever carrier and just kind of follow a similar format. I want to preface this with every carrier is different. They're going to have different tools, different videos, different items that you can use or not use. So I want to preface this with that. It will not look exactly the same for your sales meeting, but it should look similar. You should have something like this. And so I just want to say it off the bat, and then I'm going to show you what I would have at a sales meeting. At any sales meeting that I conduct, I'm going to have something like this called a speaker bio template. For this case, I'm using Aetna as my program. So if you notice here, it's going to have my name. It's going to have, that I'm an Aetna license agent because this is a Aetna specific meeting. My contact information on here. And then, the CMS requirements on there. I kind of have this as soon as the clients are coming into the room. I usually always like to have a big screen TV, on there if possible. And I kind of have this out there so as they walk in, they know who I am right away. So that's what I use this purpose for. It's just on big screen TV. You could also print this out and have it there individually for everyone, but that's how I use it. I put it on the big screen. They walk in, they see that right front and foremost. They know they're in the right place for the Aetna sales meeting that is about to occur. The next thing they're going to see on there is what is called a plan guide. Now, a lot of carriers do not have this. Aetna does, and I like it, and I like to have a printed copy for them because it shows them kind of all the different plans that are available to them in the area that you're doing it. So different plan guides for different things. So it's just another little toolkit to have. It tells you what counties at a glance. You can kind of look at it and the numbers, the plan benefits for it. So kind of like a little summary. I like for them to have this because when you're presenting maybe for a dual plan, they might not be dual, but they might be a good for the value fit or a PPO fit. Or maybe they have VA and they're looking at a MA only plan. It kind of gives that information. Even though I'm there to talk about one, maybe two specific plans, this kind of highlights all the plans in the area. So this is something that I would have. Again, not all carriers have that. Remember, I think just Blue Cross and Aetna does this. So if your carrier that you're doing a sales presentation for does not have this, it's okay. You don't need it. Just want to let you know that if it is available, it is kind of nice to have on there. And then the next thing I have, I always make sure whatever plan I'm presenting that you told the carrier you're going to present, like an HMO or a PPO product or a dual product, have the books there, right? And even the other ones that I'm not presenting, I'll still have some because some questions might arise. So I always have kind of three things there: the template, the plan guide, the books of the carrier that I'm going to be presenting, specifically the ones I'm going to present. So like if I was presenting value, I would make sure I have that one, but I might have a couple of the other books around as well, just in case there's a dual person in there or they're asking me a very specific question. I can show them with the books there. So don't have to carry a lot, but it's definitely good to have. And then I always have to have pen and paper. I like for them to have. I will have that by their seats as well in case they want to take down any notes. And if there is no TV, I usually print the presentation for them so they can kind of follow along. If there is a TV, I don't print this at all. I just kind of put it on the TV and let them see as I'm presenting on there. This is the last thing that I'll have. So just in quick summary, a bio template if it's possible, a plan guide if it's possible, as those two as optional. For sure, you got to need the books and specifically the plans you're presenting, and then a PowerPoint presentation if you can't print it for them, or if you're going to have it on a TV, don't need it to go. And then the last thing I always have ready with me is going to be a video. This is super important. This is what's going to keep you compliant. As you go through the presentation. This video, which I'll play in a minute, will basically make sure you're 99.9% compliant with anything that a secret shopper might want to hit you with. Coverage gap, it's on here. Star ratings, it's on here. So you want to make sure that you have this video if your carrier has one. As of 2023, I would say Aetna, Blue Cross, United Healthcare, and Humana have videos. Those are the only ones that I've seen. Other carriers might have some. You're going to want to check with your carrier guide, whoever your representative or your upline, to see if a specific carrier has a video, but I strongly recommend you presenting this. It will take care of 99.9% of your fears and get a good introduction to the plan. So I'm going to go ahead and play this so that you kind of see. Before I welcome myself, I introduce myself. This is my structure. I have all the things laid out. They come in. If it's a 3 o'clock meeting, I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself and letting them know who I am, what I'm going to be representing, the plans I'm going to be talking about, and then I go right into the video. So I'm going to go ahead and play it. And I won't play all of it, but just so you see, it's 12 minutes and 33 seconds.
Welcome to Aetna Medicare Advantage, a health insurance plan designed with a total approach to your health. We understand that maintaining your health means so much more than just taking care of your physical needs. It means living in the moment and spending time with those you love and drug. Co-insurance is the amount you may have to pay as your share of the cost for medical services, supplies, or prescription drugs. Co-insurance is usually a percentage. For example, 20%. Medicare can be complicated. Let's simplify it by learning about the 4 parts of Medicare. 55-338-7027 TTY 711 to get help with your formulary. By understanding the Medicare Part D late enrollment penalty, you may be able to avoid it. The late enrollment penalty fee may be added to your Part D premium if you don't have creditable prescription drug coverage. It may apply if you don't have creditable coverage when either your initial enrollment period is over, there's a period of 63 days or more in a row when you don't have coverage. For specific information, please refer to the evidence of coverage. Finally, learn about Medicare star ratings with our Star Treatment Guide. Medicare star ratings let you know about a plan's quality. Each year, Medicare rates all health and prescription drug plans based on their 5-star quality rating system, the Centers for Medicare and Coverage. Now that you know a little bit more about Medicare Advantage plans, you're ready to work with your local agent. They can help you choose the Aetna Medicare Advantage plan that's right for you. Because you take a total approach to life.
Okay, so now that I've played the video for them on the big screen TV, now I'm going to go right into my plans options and speak to them directly on the plans that I told them I was going to speak to them about. Now, if you don't have a video production to put on the big screen TV, like the video, no worries. You can actually use, every carrier has this, which is very similar. It just talks about the 4 Medicare. You saw this part on the TV, on the video playing. You can actually just verbatim go over this as well. And it goes through the different things, the different stages. You'll just have to speak it and go through it. So you could definitely go this route as well. It's an option. I like the video because it's easier on you, less talking that you have to do. But now I'm going to go right into the actual benefits of a plan. And remember, the video went over star ratings, a lot of the things, so this is why I'm going straight into the actual plan benefits. Normally here I have them take out the book that's in front of them, and I'll tell them to turn to a page specifically where it goes over summary of benefits. For your part, I'm going over the plan guide here. I would not do this here. I would have it for them. I'm actually have the book. You can't see me, but I have the book. Just so you can follow along, I'm going to use this. But I would be going over the summary of benefits for, let's go over the Aetna Medicare Value Plan. So as you guys saw, Aetna does have some HMO plans here. They actually have 3 in the market. And then they also have 3 PPO plans available for us. If you look here, it's a $0 monthly plan premium, as it says in page 8. There is the service areas are Bexar, Guatemala, and Guadalupe. So if you live in one of these counties and have Medicare Part A and Part B, this is something that is available for you. The actual annual maximum pocket. What this means is if you ever hit this number, based on the deductibles we're going to discuss below, not deductible, co-pays that we're going to talk about below, then the plan would take over at 100%. On here. So for this plan for the year 2022, it's $4,500. And so if you ever hit those co-pays based on outpatient surgery or co-pays to the doctor at hit 4,500, Aetna will take over and pay it 100% for those medical services. This does not include prescription drugs or monthly premiums. For a network, I can individually look at each of your guys' doctors and specialists to make sure they're in the Aetna network. You can also go to Medicare.com and find those out. If you were to go into the hospital with the Aetna Medicare Value Plan, it's $200 per day for days 1 through 6. Anything after day 6, 7 through 90, it's $0. The average stay is about 2 days in the hospital, so $200 per day is what you would be looking at. If it's something catastrophic, you'd be looking at the 0 per day from days 7 through 90, but you would still have to pay the $200 per day for days 1 through 6. If outpatient hospital, it's anywhere from $25 to $175. I will let you know that I've never seen it as low as $25. It's usually about $175 is what I see for any outpatient surgery. That's if you're removing your gallbladder. It would be $175. If it happens in an ambulatory surgery center, it'll be $175 as well. If you go into a skilled nursing facility for the first 20 days, it is $0 copay for that. But if it's days 21 through 100, it would be $188 per day. And the plan covers up to 100 days benefit period. When you go see your primary care doctor, it would be $0 if he is in network. There's no out-of-network benefits, so the doctor or PCP would have to be in network. If that doctor refers you to a specialist, that would be $25 to see that primary care provider, to see that PCP specialist. Let's say you need to go into the emergency room, that would be $90. If you need x-rays, $25 it would be on our plan. Any lab services conducted would be $0 on there. If this plan comes with $3,000 in dental benefits. We use our Aetna Dental PPO network. You can use that and you can get services up to $3,000 paid for on behalf of Aetna. Your eye exam once a year is $0. Your eyewear is $200 for the year, and we use the iMed network. If you need me to find your vision provider to make sure it's a network, please let me know, or your dental provider. I'll be more than happy to do that for you. Your eye exam is $0, and they also give you $1,250 per year through our benefit vendor provider, Nations Hearing. If you need to do an ambulance trip, it's $240. One thing I want to point out that if you have to use the air ambulance, it's the same price of $240. So especially in the rural areas, sometimes that makes a lot of sense to get air ambulance. You don't need to be worried about that. It's the same price whether it's ground or air. Physical or speech therapy is $40. Occupational therapy is $40 as well. So that's always good to know on there. And then some of the other benefits that Aetna offers is going to be a 24-hour nurse line. You can speak with a nurse 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We also have a Silver Sneakers, have a fitness program, so you can go to the gym at no cost to you through Silver Sneakers. I can also make sure your gym is a network. Please let me know what it is, and I can look it up for you as well. This particular plan, Aetna Value, provides $150 maximum benefit every quarter. You get that, and you're able to go and get your over-the-counter items such as Tylenol, generic medications, maybe some readers, things of that nature, at CVS or any participating provider locations. You can also do telehealth, where you can actually see the doctor through your phone as well. That's another benefit from the plan. And then because this is an HMO, remember you do need a PCP network. One of the benefits that Aetna does is they give you the travel advantage. This allows you to receive in-network cost shares from multiple state provider networks for up to 12 months when outside the service area. So what that means to you is if you go to California and you're in Los Angeles for 6 months visiting your daughter, you can actually just call Aetna and let them know. They will find you a PCP that you can go there and pay the cost that it would be in San Antonio. So so it's a great, kind of travels with you. It's a great benefit to have. And then from here, I just go over the drug benefits on there, and I offer them to look it up. Of course, I'm going pretty fast here, trying to make this long-winded, but then I would go over drug prescription plans and ask them if they want me to review their drugs. I can do that in an appointment setting. on there. Okay, so now that I've gone over the video, I've gone over the actual plan specific, and you might be doing two plans. In this case, I'm just doing one quickly to show you guys. Then I would put this back up, and then I would just ask for questions, general questions. And if they want to keep their information private, I would say we can also schedule an appointment at a later time, so that way I know sometimes in a group setting you don't like to share all the medications you're taking or things of that nature, doctors you're seeing. I can do that in an appointment setting, in a private setting as well. And then I just ask a group for general questions. Usually the questions are, can you check if this doctor's in network for dental, vision, gym membership, whatever that case might be. They might ask some very specific questions as well, so be prepared for that. Who does Aetna use for their hearing benefit? Because I like Nation's Hearing. Great. We also use Nation's Hearing. Things of that nature, so that broker guide is really good to have as well. Handy with you, or I always like to have my computer available, and I'll have like aetnamedicare.com open, ready to search PCPs or specialists so I can answer their questions quickly to make sure if they're in network or out of network. This also opens up the conversations. They might say they're VA. This might open up other conversations. They have a Medicare Medicaid card, or their friend has this. It just kind of opens up a dialogue. But this is kind of towards the end of the presentation already. By this time, it's maybe 30, 35 minutes, 40 minutes into the presentation, going into it. And then from here, I'm closing out the presentation. Well, thank you for coming. Appreciate with any questions. If you feel free to ask me. My business card is usually there as well, so that they can take with them and maybe call me later. So in summary, the structure of it is basically having the materials ready. Having something up on the TV if it's available, the plan guides, the books for sure, pen and paper, business cards, so they can contact you. I try to have that everywhere, or the PowerPoint presentation. And then as far as the thing, I always go right into the video as soon as I start, introduce myself, go into the video, go into the plan benefits of the specific plan, and then I questions, and then I close it out, and then I try to get appointments set up, or this is a sales meeting, so I can actually close a deal there if they need to and they want to close it there. And that's it. It's not as hard as it looks. Pretty simple to do. Average time, I've seen agents do it anywhere from 35 to an hour long, just depending how comfortable, how many people show up, things of that nature. And that's it. Again, every carrier is a little bit different. They're going to have different materials, so you want to see what's available for you with that specific carrier. But in short and quick, as I could do this is how I do a sales presentation specifically for Aetna.